Happy Sunday, loves. I am Jadine Vermain, and I'll be sharing a brief version of my testimony with you guys today. So, I grew up in a Christian home, and I knew of God and His commandments, but I never knew God and had a true understanding. So, I was introduced to weed at 14 when I started messing with this guy in high school, and that just really led slowly but quickly to an addiction of weed, and also one of the things that started me being a player throughout high school and college. So from there, I was smoking on occasion, and that continued from 14 to 16 years old. And at 14, I also started having sex. So I was basically letting all these demons inside of me from one, having sex, and two, not being sober minded. So also throughout high school, I was masturbating and watching porn, and I was also shoplifting very often with my friends. So basically, when I got to college, it was like a playground for all my sins to play at. It was like I could have sex here, I could play as many guys as I want to here, I can smoke here whenever I want, and I could shoplift. I could basically do it all. I was never a drinker before I went to college, but by the end of college, I had the blunt and the bottle in my hand. But beginning of college, I was like, y'all can have that drinking thing. I just want to smoke my weed. And my first semester in college is what people would call lit and living life and exploring themselves. But if anyone dies in that lit, living life, college life, you're going to hell, and that's the sad truth. It wasn't until second semester of college where this life of sin, the partying, the drinking, the sex, the gossip, the lust, all of it was just wearing me out. I was getting in so much trouble with my friends, and the sin was just really draining me. That was all that was in the atmosphere, and I would refrain from it for a little bit, but then be right back in it. And I went to a very small college, so it was everyone there was doing the same types of sinning, and it just felt like I was packed in there. So like it was like a shark in a fish tank. Like I could not grow out of it. And now I go to a huge college, so much more people, so much more things to do on campus and stuff like that. And even though there's the same people, I'm not packed in it. Thank God. And throughout high school and college, I was still reading my Bible, some periods more consistently than others, but I was still living in sin. So I came home after my first year of college for summer, and I started doing the same things I was doing in college, but just at home. And that's when I started to feel heavy conviction for having sex, for entertaining multiple guys, and for smoking. And I literally heard God tell me to stop. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty details just for the sake of keeping this testimony short and brief, but if you do want to watch my full testimony, it's on my YouTube channel at Just Jadine. But ultimately, I just had to turn away from all the sin I was doing and everything that was wrong in the eyes of the Lord. And that included the music I was listening to, like Megan Thee Stallion, Lil Durk, Lil Baby, Young Thug, because it was just feeding my spirit with sex, 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 and money and drugs, and that was not helpful. And now I can say my life is 100% better ever since I've been walking with God and just living in purity and following His commands.